Good afternoon and welcome back here to King Lanes. We've had some great matches this afternoon, some exciting matches, and we got one more championship match coming up here. But before we have that, we want to give away a couple of prizes here that were donated by Swing Zone 2 Pro Shop down here at 1145 Claremont, East Main. Yes, it's a new pro shop opened up down here, and we encourage you all to go in there and support their business. This is my son, Jordan Blair. He's going to draw out the winner of this tote bag here. One ticket, please. Read the name.
Fred Gottfried.
Fred Godfrey, you won a tote bag, 2-ball tote bag. Congratulations. You can pick that up here at King Lanes. Next, we're giving away a bowling ball Fury. Fury was also donated by Jim and John Lee. No, lay down. Pick it up. And the winner of the Fury bowling ball is?
Don Fagley.
Don Fagley, you won a Fury bowling ball. Congratulations. That'll be here to pick up the bowling alley at King Lanes. We're going to give away this grill. It was donated by Ohio Gas here in Ashland, Ohio, out on Claremont Avenue. For all your propane needs, give them a call. We greatly appreciate their support and what they've done for this tournament. And the winner of the gas grill is Robert Phillips. So these are all bowlers who bowled in this tournament to try to qualify. They qualified, and the non-qualifiers were all in here. And congratulations on winning. We'll get things set up here and get started with the championship match between Tyron McKinney and Eric Atkins. And good luck to all.
Hi, we're OAR, and you're watching TV2 here at Ashland University. Thank you for having us, and have a nice day.
Back again to the Ashland Masters tournament here. We are moving on to our final round, and Eric Adkins, the winner of the other bracket, actually has a good cushion in this match, because in order for Tyron to win the tournament, he actually has to defeat him in two match sets. So if Eric wins this first one here, it's over. If Tyron wins, he'd still have to beat him again, because Eric has gone undefeated so far in this tournament. So
that's correct.
Should be interesting to see how that turns out.
Yep. I think we're ready to start the match here.
I haven't really had a chance to see Eric's style, find out his little playing quirks. So
he's got a very smooth. He's again, him and Rob came up through junior league bowling at the same time, and were taught by the same gentleman, that Rick Cook, that taught both of them. So they have the same type of release. As I said, Rob's is a little bit longer.
His motions actually remind me of Tyron a little bit too, sort of a combination. He's got some of that flick to his wrists.
Yeah.
And
Eric can create a lot of power very, very easily. So both start off with strikes. Eric is probably the most versatile player on the telecast today. He can play just about any part of the lane. He can throw it straight. He can hook it just about as much as anybody else. So he's very talented. And he's another one that goes to nationals with us, so fortunate to have him on our team. Double for Tyron.
Definitely don't want to count Tyron out. His power game is something out there.
Pretty impressive.
Eric Adkins, that just sounds like an athlete name, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's got a little ring to it.
Very focused. Ooh.
A little bit high there. Looked like he got around that too much.
Nice after effect for the 10, though.
One is easier to make than two, so. Shooting at the 6-pin, not a problem.
Now, I think the biggest thing that Eric has to worry about in this set here is relaxing too much because of that cushion he has. Because
it can hurt you a little bit if you take that too far, and get a little nonchalant, but I don't look for him to be like that. He's not a lot of stuff really affects the way he bowls. He is pretty solid no matter what. It's very hard to play a mental game with him. You can't get into his head and get him frustrated very easy. So.
And that's the other difference between bowling casual, as I do, and bowling professional. Because in bowling casual, you have the advantage of being able to yell things like "whoop" right when they throw, which can sometimes cause gutter balls and then getting punched in the shoulder. Fun times.
Yes, of course. Tyron leaves a 6-pin. Actually, almost crossed over Brooklyn.
Ooh, there's another pin sitting, doing a handstand back there for a second. But
took care of both pins there.
It's interesting to note that both players are actually using 2 balls in this game. So a little more add to that variety.
4th frame for Tyron here. Now it looks like the lanes are really starting to hook.
Keep using them all day. It starts to wear down.
That's exactly right. The oil has a tendency to either get moved around the lane, picked up by the balls, evaporate from the lights. It's just all depends. So it makes for an interesting game sometimes.
It changes it up too. It makes it so you can't get too focused or too into a particular groove, because by the next game it'll probably already be different.
So Eric doubles. Takes an early lead here.
This is definitely a game that's very much about little details. Knowing exactly where to throw the ball, little flick of the wrist at the end, all those sorts of things that can make the difference between a strike and a gutter.
Sure.
Nice green shoes he's wearing there too. This is color commentary.
Hence the green, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Eric leaves the. Looks like the 2-5. See if he can make this 8 spare here.
Picks
Not
it
a
up.
problem.
Looks a little frustrated, but not too extreme.
Eric has an 11-pin lead. Tyron strikes here, it'll be down to 1. Very nice stroke. So now Eric leads by 1 pin. Tyron working on a strike in the 6th frame here. We do have a nice gathering of people over to our left. Lane 31 is really giving both bowlers fits, it looks like.
All the more reason to destroy the pins then, you know.
Tyron's going for the 310 here. This can be a very tough. Oh,
Nice.
not exactly the way they write it up, but that works. Spare's a spare.
So it doesn't matter how you hit it, all it says in the record book is slash.
That's right. Eric's searching for his first win, which is actually remarkable with all the accomplishments he's had so far in his career, as he leaves a 10-pin.
So how many years has Eric been at this?
He probably started when he was before 10, I would think. So he's been bowling for 20-some years, I would think.
And how many tournaments has he Picks it up. How many tournaments has he had?
Oh, he probably in general bowls at least 6 or 8 a year. He's had quite a bit of success in a lot of those. He's finished second once in this tournament, and I think he's finished third twice. So he's made the show. He's just never won. And I think if you'd asked the general bowling public of somewhat of a surprise who hasn't won it yet, it would be Eric.
He's looking to change the drive of this game and
leaves another 4-pin. So it looks like the lanes are giving both bowlers some fits, along with the added pressure of bowling on TV.
Here in the little technical hiccup there. Sorry. He picks up the spare.
Eric makes the spare. Tyron going into the 7th frame here. Eric's got a 9-pin lead right now. With a strike, Tyron now takes a 1-pin lead. Actually, if you look, Tyron's trying to see the ball marks in the lane, trying to figure out where the oil has moved to. In the way the light hits the lane, you can kind of tell where the balls have been thrown. So 8th frame, working on a strike.
Looks like he might have figured it out there.
Very good shot. Gives him a double.
Adkins just took his ball off the return machine there, so I don't know if that means he's not going to be using it here for a while.
Looks like he's switching back to Old Faithful. Not quite. 4-pin.
Starting to look to me like we might end up moving into that extra
match.
Yeah.
We got spare for Eric. We got Eric's up in the 9th frame here. Down by 2 pins. Tyron's on a double, so he's probably going to be down by a little bit more than that. And, oh, a late little messenger there. Take the 10-pin out.
That's how you do it.
Tyron foundation frame here, working on a double. Strike out for 247 if he does strike out. Very nice. Eric can strike out for 225 and Tyron can have 247, so see what happens here in the 10th.
Apparently that last ball was 19.1 miles per hour, so whew, little power.
He's got some speed. There's a wrap 10. 6-pin goes around the 10-pin instead of kicking it out of there. See if he makes a spare.
These are definitely giving him a lot of trouble, especially the 31, like you said. Maybe it's just mad because it got kicked there in the last round by
bit of frustration last match, but you'll have that. Tyron is fill ball. Leaves a 10 pin. Finishes with 225. As I said before, right, he can tie. So, could make for a very interesting game, the next game. That could be a big swing game, basically. Oh.
Tyron takes the first game, but let's see if Eric can close up that lead a little bit. These last two,
Picks up his spare and strikes. He'll have 205. So it'll be a 20-pin deficit going into the next game.
But as we saw with the last match, that 20 pins ain't nothing.
Nope.
Me and my proper English.
Let's see if Eric tries a little something different on here. Needs to try something. He's not carrying quite as good as he would like. They moved in a little bit. Yep.
I might have suggested warming up just a little bit more before, because Tyron had played a game previously, so had a better chance to get a look at the.
Well, they only get 3 balls on each lane, I think, is the rule, so they do get to practice on a different pair. But obviously, they're not the same as what these were, so. Tyron will start the second game with a bang. Leaves pins scattered everywhere.
Remember, if Tyron wins here, he still has to win another match before.
That's correct.
So Eric still has that cushion.
Although I think if you ask Eric, he'd probably want to finish it in this game. So we'll see if he answers with his own big game here.
Still anybody's match, even.
Very, very early. You can see there's several people that have gathered. Fans watching.
Nice little crowd, so.
Eric's picked up his speed just a little bit. Leaves a 4-pin.
I don't know. Doesn't seem like that helped him.
Still wants to hook. Looks like he wants to hook early if he gets out. Out towards the gutter a little bit.
That expression on his face at the end of it means he might have gave me a he thought of something. So I'll have to wait till next frame to see if it's I think I've got this now, or if it was just I'm going to lick my lips and look thoughtful.
We'll find out.
As Tyron comes back up, let's see if he can. And he does.
Good shot. Tyron's also picked up the speed. That one looked like 19.5 miles an hour or so.
You got to make up for that oil somehow.
We'll see if he can go have another turkey comment here. Well, I'm not sure what bothered him there, but take a little breath and regroup. Probably take a deep breath and get back up there and get settled.
Gobble gobble.
Very good shot. Absolutely. 3 in a row.
Turkey.
having fun with the bowling lingo a little bit right around Thanksgiving time, right?
Just need it.
Yeah, exactly. Eric up in the third.
This is definitely the time of year for bowling, but
A little mixer there. Eric's definitely got to keep striking and try and put some pressure on Tyron.
right now he's down by 10 in this game. So,
Kind of the key to match play is you try to keep added pressure to your opponent. At least that's your goal. Doesn't always work that way, but
it's got to be nice for people who have the ability to actually strategize their games.
leaves another 10 pin.
31 is really
Not cooperating very well, is it?
no.
Let's see if he can make this spare. There's Eric's mom and dad in the crowd back there. He makes the 10 pin. Not a problem. Tyron gets up in the fourth.
See if he can keep his momentum going here. He has found his groove.
I would say so. 4 in a row now for Tyron. Definitely have a feeling that the tide is turning in this match. Momentum is definitely swinging towards Tyron's side. But like you said, we've got another match if Tyron wins this match. So 5-bagger now for Tyron. Eric comes up in the 5th frame. Definitely needs to get something going here. Try and combat the
He's got
string.
a 50 pin deficit to make up now, so
Kick the 10 pin out there, a little messenger.
whatever works.
Tyron won the first game by 20 pins. So you also got that taking the
So right now that puts it overall. Tyron's got a 50 pin in this set
50
here.
pin match,
So.
yep, in the match. See if he can strike finally on that lane. Yes, he can.
Alright, so let's see if he's figured it out, or
Let's see,
you're scratching yourself on television. Good job.
I'm sorry. 30 pins down now in the match is Eric, so see if Tyron can keep piling on the strikes here. Definitely
He's got something going on.
got a little
that's for
groove
sure.
going on. Tyron's now up by 40 pins in the game and 60 pins in the match, so could be 7 in a row. So we've got a lot of striking going on once they figured out the lanes here. Eric's much got to figure out a way to start striking for the next 2 games. This match is starting to get out of reach, so I'm sure he's going to need it.
It looks like he might have finally wrapped his head around how to use the lanes, so
Yep. He's now got a 3-bagger going into frame 8.
and he still has another match too. So
That's true. He's not totally out of this yet. Another good shot.
still hasn't quite gotten 31 figured out yet.
Leads 7-pin. Unless we have a natural disaster here. Looks like Tyron's probably going to win this game and this match. We'll have to go to match 2. This will be the first time Eric's been beaten in this tournament.
Well, that would actually help cement Tyron's victory, though.
Do we have another one?
Oh. Almost, man. I was kind of hoping for a...
Perfect game there, maybe?
Yeah.
Leaves a lone 7-pin. This is one point where you don't want to do anything crazy. Go about your business, pick up your spare. Tyron's got a potential 279 going. Tyron up in the 9th frame. Another one in it.
Ooh. Starting to...
Got that inside a little bit. Didn't want to quite hook.
That little hiccup on the last one looks like it got to him. But I still think he's pretty much got this game clinched.
Still got it in control, yep. That's 224. Best Eric can do is 239, so he's definitely got the match.
Well, don't say definitely. I mean...
He's got the other 20 pins already, too, so... Eric leaves a 4-pin. As I said, he's definitely got to figure out something for the next 2 games. Try to get some consistency as far as pins falling down, because they're not being very nice right now. So 10th frame for Eric here. Possible 2-8.
Looks like yet again he's going to come close, but...
Possible 228, I'm sorry.
He's going to fall out under the bright lights there. Well, they're relatively bright, I mean. I guess I should say hazy lights. I don't really know what you call the lighting in here. It's I guess the gleam off the trophy.
There
we go. That'll work.
I can't see the trophy. Oh, there we go. Now I can. That lane is definitely the trouble lane for both players. Seems like it either hooks or it doesn't. Maybe they ought to pick up a house ball and start throwing straight instead of trying to hook the ball. But if you can figure it out, it's still the best way to get your strikes.
Tyron's already won, so anything he does here is just...
It's almost like practice for him right now, lining up for the next match.
See if he can get control over 32 again.
Eric finishes with 217, 422 for his 2-game total. Tyron can strike out for 250. 4. $244 if he makes the spare. gives him 469 for 2 games to 422. So,
Okay, there we go.
yes, Tyron wins by 47 pins. Now, obviously, the games get erased for this match, and we go right back to 0 to start. So, okay, yep. I think we're gonna go ahead and get it
right back into the
second match here. So that is Eric's first loss of the tournament, which is pretty amazing because it's a.
How many games then?
Well, there's 6 games of qualifying on either Friday or Saturday, and then they start match play that Sunday. And each match play is 2 games, so he had to make it through probably 6 or 7 rounds. So that's another 14 games or whatever over the course of 2 weekends. And now he's bowled 2 games today already, but Tyron's probably actually taken a little bit longer path going through the losers bracket. But Eric knocked Tyron out of the winners bracket yesterday, and that's how we got to where we're at today.
So this is a little bit of a grudge thing.
Yeah.
Too, then.
So there's payback for the first time we knocked him out. But we're going to start our second match here. First game of the second match. Eric's leading off on the trouble lane. We'll see if we can figure this out. There's a good one.
All right.
Starts off with a strike.
Have to see if he can keep that going. Well, let's see what Tyron can do here. Last game it looked like he pretty much got the hang of 32, so.
Yep, he's got a pretty good line.
But it doesn't seem to still be in effect.
Tyron leaves the 2-4. Kind of surprised me the way he finished on that lane, but throws his spare ball at it. Gives out a little chuckle. See if Tyron can figure out. He did leave a split the last time on this lane in the last match, so we'll see if he's got 31 figured out as well. Moved in deeper, circling the lane a little bit more, and knocks the 10 pin out.
Nice delay on the fall there.
Gave the 10 pin a little kiss and kicked it out of the way. Second frame for Eric.
Eric looks like he's going a little lower this game.
Definitely playing both lanes different. He's throwing straighter and harder on one lane and really hooking it on the other lane. We'll see if he does that again on 31. Leaves the dreaded 3, 6, 9, 10, which is the toughest spare to make besides the split. Just simply because you have that extra pin in the back there. Makes it a little bit harder to make the spare. Ooh.
But he catches it.
We'll take a little luck on that. Absolutely.
Well, any game's about luck.
Yeah. Any game involves a little bit of luck, that's right. Tyron's third frame. See if he can keep it going here. Well, now Eric's got a 6-pin lead. Tyron strikes. He'll take a 4-pin lead after he strikes here. On the trouble lane. Yep.
He just waves off.
Well, he did get half. 5, so.
I like to call this one the broken teeth.
Yeah, that kind of looks like it a little bit.
See if we can play dentist. Ooh. That was
Gets 2 of them.
hit the back pretty hard though when it came through.
Mm-hmm.
How fast was that? Oh, geez, 23.
Yep. Woo. So we'll see if this opening early gives Eric the edge here. Really needs to send a message if he wants to get some momentum going here. Another 10-pin. Look of frustration on his face.
Trying to think it through. Figure out his next move.
Makes 10-pin. It's one thing you don't see Eric do very much is miss spares. He's very, very...
I was pulling the sweat in my eyes.
very, very talented player, doesn't miss spares, and that's what really makes him a hard person to beat. So
we'll see if he'll be able to chalk up his first tournament victory here.
There's a blank mixer.
Wow.
Get that one out of the way.
Little spin the bottle action going on with the pin down there.
Yep. See if Tyron can recuperate from this last open frame. Looks good. A little high. Looked good off his hand. Looks like it might be 32 might be starting to hook a little more as well. Leaves the 4-pin.
I remember last time I went bowling, I almost bounced into the other lane because bad release.
From the ball? Had that happen before too. Go down somebody else's lane.
They don't appreciate that much. Unless, of course, you get a strike, then it's like, hey, thanks.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
4-9.
And then there's the granny bowl. That's how I was taught when I was really young.
Two-handed between the legs throw.
Push, yeah.
Well, we'll see if Tyron goes for this one.
Not quite as
Probably
fast
will.
as... Probably.
Ooh. Gave it a nice run and just barely missed it. So we got Eric.
Scores tied, but Eric's one frame behind, so...
If Eric strikes here, he's going to take a pretty commanding lead. Ooh. Got a nice little break. Pays him back from some of the trouble he's been having today. See, Eric's, if he strikes here, he'll have a 30-pin lead in the 6th frame. There we go.
Oh, good, they've got the hiccups.
I would say the sentimental favorite is probably Eric between this crowd today. Tyron's already won Masters. As I said before, Eric has not won yet, and there's another split. he looks pretty baffled.
His body language just breeds of frustration. Looks like he's getting kind of sick of it.
Yep.
Also looks like he's going to take the back wall out of there if he keeps that up.
There's two opens in a row. Really going to dig himself a hole here if he doesn't start striking pretty
Looks
soon.
like he was asking the bowling gods for a little help here.
Yeah.
That or he's wondering if the pins will give him a hand. And they do.
Mm-hmm. Tyron went over to the other rack and switched balls. Changed balls and threw a strike, so apparently maybe he's...
Now Tyron actually has right now 3 on there, and Eric's still just using Old
Faced
Faithful.
his one. Yep. He really needs to keep the pressure on here. Here's another strike.
He's got a pretty good lead in this game. That might help him in the next
Yes.
round if he can finish that out like this.
61 pin lead right now. Eric's foundation frame. And another one. You can tell Eric is really starting to relax. He's got a good feel now. Let's see if Tyron's ball change helps him on 32 as well.
Try and make up for...
Hooked. Definitely hooked early. Leaves the 3-6.
Trying to pick it up at this point. It looks like he's just going to be playing make up space so he doesn't have as much of a deficit going into the final.
Another 4-9. Well, this has basically been a disaster game for Tyron.
Ooh, jeez. Doesn't even let the...
Let the rack come up.
Yeah, man. Doesn't even let the pin set get out of the way. He's just...
151 for Tyron. Eric can strike out for 265. That'll give him huge advantage. If he gets this one. Yep. Eric's feeling, you can really tell he's really loosened up, really starting to throw the ball. It's got to be frustrating for Tyron because I know he had a really good look in the first match. Looks like it's all went away.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to go all the way here after that first round.
Mm-hmm. It's 250s.
Oh, well, that's still on.
He spares here. It's 254. It's going to give him a 103 pin lead. So
That's just a little bit.
yeah, that's a pretty nice cushion.
So, of course, his last cushion didn't work so well. So
No.
Tyron's ready to get the final game underway. There he goes.
We'll see what happens here. Tyron move way right. Not hooking the ball as much and throwing it hard. He's got a huge task to overcome there.
Right now, Eric just has to keep bowling. Bowl careful. That's really all he has to do. Don't do anything crazy, and he's
No.
probably...
He'll just keep striking. He starts feeling that way. He's hard to... Gets very confident. He's hard to beat. So we both...
That's another interesting factor I've seen today. A lot of very different psychological playing as well. Some people get comfortable and get stronger. Others get comfortable and start slipping up.
It all depends. Oh, wow. Hard to believe that 7-pin stand.
Stand,
yeah.
we spec good.
Try to, anyways. As long as Eric just converts his spares, stays clean, stays away from splits, he's really going to have a good chance. Tyron is really speeding up the pace here.
Oh, almost. Almost got that domino effect. And right now they actually have the exact same
Score and both frames and everything.
Of course, he's throwing 27.8 mile per hour balls as opposed to 14.
Yep, 19 mile an hour strike there for Tyron. Like we said, we'd
and that's
gotta keep
easy.
Keeps himself composed here and just
really seems to me like he's trying to use his frustration, and it does seem to be helping him. Throwing it into the ball and basically doing what I do, except for with a little more talent, but don't worry so much about the aim, just try and throw it hard enough to break anything back there.
Fourth frame for Eric working on the strike. Again, he has a 103-pin lead after that first game. So he's got a very nice cushion. There's
looks like he's gonna
10-pin. Again, we want to thank some of the sponsors. East of Chicago Pizza, Donna D's Pizza, and Dorlo Pizza.
It was still delicious.
Still very good, yes. Feeding us lunch, and the bowlers lunch, and the cameras, crew, and everybody involved.
I'll sure appreciate King's Lanes, without which we wouldn't be indoors.
Yes.
That wouldn't be too good.
A little chilly outside. Tyron leaves a 3-6. Chops that off.
He's really bowling frustrated now.
Yep. Well, you're this far behind, it makes it difficult to stay focused and everything else.
It's really mostly just about hitting the pins at this point. Just trying to finish the game, I guess.
Yep, basically. Also want to thank Joel at Ohio Gas for donating the grill. The person who won the grill has slipped my mind right now. I can't remember. Mr. Phillips, I think is who it was.
Well, congratulations to whoever you are, and
taking home a
may all
very
your
nice
hamburgers be juicy.
Eric leaves the 2-pin.
I've been here too long. I'm running out of material.
Swing Zone Pro Shop 2, Jim and John Lee gave away a 2-ball tote donated by them, and also the 4-ball roller is going to go to Eric Adkins for being the champion. And also they gave away a Brunswick Fury ball.
It's interesting to note, Eric's not even wearing a watch, and a lot of the other bowlers were, so the fact that the prize is a watch is sort of just an interesting little thought there.
Does get $450. Watch, the 4-ball bag.
And another strike.
Another strike, that's right. Again, this is Eric's first time winning it. After I don't know how many tries. Tyron will finish second. I believe he's finished second before, if I'm not mistaken, to Jim Vanetta.
Put on a heck of a show for us today,
Yes, he
though.
did. He made it interesting. Won his first match, then won the second match, which was against Eric.
He would have taken it if it weren't for the cushion that Eric had.
Tyron shooting at the 2-pin in the 7th frame. It's almost become speed bowling now.
So, nice delay on the fall there on that pin. Just
Yeah,
wham.
kind of a slow motion up in the air thing. Eric's 7th frame now. He's got a commanding lead. Leaves a 10-pin. Also want to thank WRDL TV2. Appreciate you guys coming out. I know there's quite a few bowlers that will watch this.
It's nice to be here. I might want to do this again.
Well, hopefully they'll have us back if we didn't make too much of a scene. Let's see. 8th frame. Eric's got about a 13-pin lead on top of his 103-pin lead from the first game, so. Leaves an 8-pin. Looks like a big monkey off of Eric's back here. He's smiling now, chomping on that gum.
Now he's just bowling the ball at this point.
Yep.
No pressure, no worries, just.
I think you see Tyron's. Obviously, he's not happy with the way things turned out today, but
It's being a good sport.
being
though.
a good sport, he is smiling. Still striking every once in a while.
Now that he's relaxed, not worrying about getting it, now I can get it.
9th frame for Eric. Leaves the 3, 6, 9, 10 again. See if he makes this spare. Not a problem. So we got the final frame now, and we'll find out what our final tallies will be here.
As a final thank you, I'd like to thank everyone who decided to watch this here, both behind us in the audience as well as on TV. We appreciate your viewing and hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
Yeah, definitely a fun thing to watch. It's Tyron having a little fun down there on the approach. Eric spares. Tyron spares. Eric's gonna shoot 190. And we'll see here. Yep, 190.
Good goal.
190 for Eric. That gives him 444.
And a 195 for.
195 for Tyron.
So he managed to
about
take another
3.
game too.
Yep,
and
yep.
That's always
Very big congratulations to Eric winning his first Masters tournament.
Good job, man.
Great bowling today by everybody. Made some interesting matches, and really there was no match that was out of it.
Alright, and thank you all
Yes,
very much for watching.
totally appreciate everybody watching today. And thanks again to our sponsors. Without them,
And we'll be back with the awards.
thank you.
How we're here with TV2 Ashland University. Let me hear you say Ashland University, people. Oh, you think you can do whatever you want to do? Well, forget you, people. Forget you.
Welcome back to the 44th Annual Ashland Masters here at King Lanes. Got a couple of awards to pass out here. First of all, we did want to congratulate a couple people who had 300. In the qualifying, Jody Boyd had 300. We have a nice plaque for him. Congratulations on that. You have any thoughts on this?
Just got lucky. Love my ball driller. That's about it.
All right, thank you. Also, Scott Zahner. Scott Zahner had a 300 in his first match, was it? I don't think he's here right now. We also have a plaque for him. Somebody want to come down and get the plaque for Scott? We'll just leave it here. It don't matter. Okay.
Thank you.
Also, the high qualifier gets a plaque, and that would be Ricky Hendershot with a score of 1469. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Any thoughts on your achievements there?
Just got lucky and got lined up during qualifying, so.
Well, that's all it takes. Sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad. So, how far did you get in the tournament then?
17. 3 rounds and gone.
You still got to like that. That's good. Oh, that's good. 4th place, we have Rob Sedgwick. Got beat by Paul Blair. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, have any thoughts on the show today?
No, just an excellent tournament. Well run. Lanes were always consistent. Just didn't match up today.
All right. That's 4th place finisher Rob Sedgwick. We've got Paul Blair, 3rd place finisher. Mr. Blair, how are you doing?
Doing good. It's a little different being on this side of the camera. It's a lot more fun where you're at, but I enjoyed bowling today. I threw the ball well, just couldn't quite get lined up there. Tyron pushed the oil around a little bit, and I just couldn't catch up with it. But everybody got to see me throw a gutter ball. I hope you all enjoyed that. So,
yeah, we made some comments about that, but I think it hit your ankle, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Bowling's a humbling game sometimes, but that's all right.
Well, congratulations anyways. Tyron McKinney was the 2nd place finisher. Runner-up, I got a check for him and a plaque. Congratulations. There's your check for $300. And your plaque, runner-up plaque. You have any thoughts on the TV show?
Oh, no. I mean, Eric bowled great today. It broke down for me, and as you saw, I lost it. So, I don't know. Eric deserves it. Eric bowled well, and actually he was about due. So, it's nice to see him win that one.
Oh, that's good. We got good sportsmanship on the TV show today, too. So, congratulations again. And our champion, Eric Adkins. Congratulations. $450 check. And the nice big trophy for you. You have any thoughts on the match? Are you nervous going into the second match, or do you think you're okay?
No, I was nervous, Finished second my first year, and I thought, I'd win before 16 years later, but, finally had some breaks go my way, so I guess it was my turn to win.
Well, I think you were probably the crowd's sentimental favorite to win. Also, yes, I forgot, you do get the 4-ball roller bag, and that's donated by Swing Zone Pro Shop here in Ashland. John and Jim Lee. The trophy is yours. Other than that, we want to thank all the sponsors: East of Chicago Pizza, Donna D's Pizza, Dorlo's Pizza. Fed the TV crew and all the bowlers today. The gas grill here was given away by Joel at Ohio Gas. We draw tickets for that. All the bowlers that bowled, one guy won that. We also have a bowling ball from Swing Zone Pro Shop 2 and a bag from Swing Zone Pro Shop 2 that was donated. And tickets were drawn, and we had winners for that. Other than that, we had a really good TV show today. We got to see some great bowling. We got nice prizes. This is a fun tournament for me to talk about and everything, so really had a good time. Thanks for watching the 44th Annual Ashland Masters here at King Lanes. Have a good day.